Hey everybody, I'm Kris Wouk. You've got questions? We've got answers. It's AAQ&A episode 2 for June 12th, 2013. Claudio asks, what are some best practices for those who like to experiment with different ROMs but are put off by having to reset everything just to try out a new one? Well, I'm sorry to say this, but one of the best options is to reset everything. See, the more settings and data and apps you keep, the more likely you are to run into trouble. That said, you're probably safe keeping some photos and a few apps, but you want to be careful about transferring settings and especially system-type apps. Nazib says, my Samsung Galaxy S3 used to charge from 20% to 100% in around 3 hours, but lately it's taking as long as 6 hours to charge, though sometimes it does still charge quickly. Why is this happening? Well, it seems like it's either your battery or your charger, and you didn't mention any battery issues, so I'm thinking it's your charger. The easiest way to check is grab another charger and see if your phone charges properly with that. If that's not an option, maybe try to grab another phone and see if that has trouble charging with your current charger. If either of those is the case, it's a pretty simple thing to replace your charger. Raul says, the HTC One Developer Edition has an unlocked bootloader. Does this mean that it doesn't have a warranty? Actually, that's one of the key points about a developer edition, is that you have an unlocked bootloader and you get to keep your warranty. Best of both worlds. To verify this, you can check out the phone on HTC's website and you'll see that they have a warranty listed there. This week, a few people wrote in to ask, when is the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 going to be updated to Android 4.2.2? Well, we can't say anything for certain, but a whole lot of rumors are saying that higher-end last-gen devices like the Galaxy S3 and the Note 2 are going to start seeing 4.2.2 from June onward. So we don't know if that means the next few days or towards the end of June or July, but it is on the way. John asks, is there any way for an Android phone to recognize the NTFS file system? Well, yes, John, there is. Unfortunately, it does require you to be rooted. Assuming you are rooted, though, all you have to do is go to the Google Play Store and search for Paragon. Well, actually, the app's name is Paragon XFAT, NTFS, and HFS Plus, but luckily you don't have to say it, you just have to type in Paragon, and there it is. Adrian says, I have a Nexus 10. Is there an app that can turn my handwritten notes into text? Well, yes, it's possible that there are a bunch of other apps that do this, but the one I found was called 7 Notes with Mazek. Now, it'll cost you $8, but no rooting or anything is required, and I've heard that it works perfectly on the Nexus 10. Jacob says, my contract ends July 1st, and I'm not sure if I should wait for the Note 3 or get whatever the best phablet is at the time. Basically, is the Note 3 worth waiting for? Now, that is a tough question to answer, mainly because while there are a ton of rumors, we don't really know that many concrete details about the Note 3. We don't really know what hardware is going to be used, but no matter what, the specs are going to be killer. Don't worry about that. The more troubling point is we don't really know when it's going to be released. Some people are saying we might be surprised with it this month. Some people are saying it might be September. Some people are saying it might be even later. So really, it depends on how long you want to wait, especially if you don't know how long you might have to wait. Jesse says, I have a Galaxy S3 running a stock stable 4.1.2 TouchWiz ROM. I recently flashed an AOSP ROM, but returned to my current ROM afterwards. Now videos on my phone and YouTube occasionally won't play. Will reflashing the ROM fix this? Well, it sounds like you might not have fully wiped your device before you installed the newest ROM, so in that case, yes, reflashing would work. The next time you reflash, just make sure to fully wipe your system partitions and your Dalvik cache. Tamir asks, do I need to install the Adobe Flash Player on my Galaxy S3, or is it already included? And how can I update it? Well, first, no, the Flash Player isn't included on the Galaxy S3, and you're going to have a tougher time than normal installing it because Adobe stopped supporting Flash on Android. Now, you can find guides to install it on your phone. We've actually linked to one in the article that's down in the description, but you're going to have a hard time updating it since Adobe stopped supporting it. Damien says, I bought a Nexus wireless charger for my Droid DNA, but it won't charge the battery. I get the indication that it's charging, but even with the screen off, it seems the battery drains faster than the charger charges it. What gives? Well, I hate to tell you this, Damien, but when I was looking around, I found a few similar reports to yours, and it turned out certain people had to actually use their warranty and get a replacement DNA to get one that actually worked with wireless charging. Now, that said, there are a couple other things that you could check, like, for example, are you using a case? Because if you are, that could be a problem. Now, from my own personal experience, I've never had wireless charging work well, and this is across different devices. So it's possible that you just have the same luck as me when it comes to wireless charging. And that's all the questions we have time for this week, folks. If you want to know a little more detail, we have a written companion to this video at AndroidAuthority.com. You can find the link down in the description. If you'd like to ask some questions of your own, you can find the link to do just that in the description as well. Now, we get a ton of questions each week, so there's no way we could ever get to them all, but we're going to try. So just because you didn't see your question mentioned this week doesn't mean we won't get to it. If you liked this video or found it useful, maybe give it a like or share it with your friends. If you want to stay caught up with everything we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel. I'm Kris Wouk, and as always, thank you for watching.